Good morning, mathematicians. Okay, so today I want to talk about one of these questions that we get in math that none of us love. And I'm going to do it with you. I want to do it with you. So go get a pencil and paper. Go get a whiteboard and a whiteboard marker, whatever you've got handy. I've got my whiteboard and my whiteboard marker here. I'm going to read the question to you. We're going to talk about what we need to pull out of that question to make it make sense in our brain. These are the kinds of questions that when we see them on our math quizzes in iReady, we all just turn off our brains. And it's not because we can't do them. It's because we have to think a little bit differently than we're used to with math, okay? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to read the question to you. Our friend Sadie, hi Sadie. Our friend Sadie says that when she starts skip counting forward, okay, so when she starts skip counting forward, I'm not going to read any further at all. I am going to say, well, I know that she is skip counting forward. This is just how my brain is seeing this right now. I know that when I make any hops, I'm going to be going in this direction. I'm going forward. So I'm starting at 0 and I'm going forward. I don't know what my numbers are yet, but I'm just going to go 0, 100. I know I'm going that way. Okay? Okay, so Sadie says that when she starts skip counting forward by tens, she's going in hops of 10. So she's always doing a plus 10 hop. Okay, she's counting by tens. Counting forward by tens. Sadie says that when she starts skip counting forward by tens from 590, both the tens digits and the hundreds digits change. Is Sadie correct? And then there's that word, explain. So you can't just say yes or no. You have to be able to explain it. Okay, so I know she's going forward. I do now know that she is starting at 590. So let me put that 590 right there. Oh, Miss Dana, it would be helpful if you wrote the whole number. 590. Okay, I know that she's skipping forward by tens. And then she's telling me that both her tens digit and her hundreds digit. Well, first of all, let's remind ourselves. If I'm looking at a 3-digit number, that's too big. Sorry, I'm still kind of dealing with trying to get everything in the screen that we need to see. Our 3-digit number, so there's 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digits. If I have a 3-digit number, I'm just going to plug in a number, 337. Which of these is my hundreds digit? Which one is my hundreds digit? The 300. So that's my hundreds, right? So there's the hundreds. Which one is my tens digit? Well, I know this is my ones, so that leaves this one as my tens, right? We worked on this last unit, or last lesson. Okay, so we kind of know that. All right, so now we have to think about this. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to solve it. So she says that if I start skip counting forward at 590, and I'm skip counting by tens, that when I get to the next numbers, that both the tens and the hundreds are going to change. Okay, so I'm going to make I redid my number grid. I just want the number grid on my thing. 590. I know she's doing a 10 hop. If I do a 10 hop, a plus 10, where am I landing? Plus 10, 590. Ooh, this one is tricky. 590, and then 10 more would be 600. Sometimes when I'm going between the hundreds, it's easier for me in my brain to put 590 up here and then just count it. 500, use my fingers. 591, 592, 93, 94, 95, 596, 597, 598, 599, 600. Though that gets a little tricky, right? So 600, and then I'm going to go and do another 10 hop, chunk. Okay, so plus 10. If I'm at 600 and I add 10 more to that, then I am at 610, right? And then I'm going to do just one more because then I have to go back and see what they're asking me about that question. 610, I know that it's still going to be in the 600s. 10 more would be 620. Okay, now I'm going to go back and read that question again. Sadie says that when she starts skip counting forward by tens from 590, that both the tens digits and the hundreds digits change. Is Sadie correct? Is she correct? Did the tens digits and the hundreds digits change? I agree. Yes, they did. Because you'll look right here. So here I had a 5. There I had a 6. So that changed, right? And here I had 9. And there I had 0. That changed. Boy, I wish I had brought home different colored color markers. That's okay. So yes, she's correct. Now, here's the tricky part. How do we explain that? Well, what are you thinking? I think the easiest way to explain it in my brain, but you guys, we talk about this all the time. All of our math brains work differently. If we explain it this way, does this make sense for you? Well, because we switched from going to 500 to 600 thing, that's why it changed. If we had stayed in the 500s, it wouldn't have changed, right? But we were already almost at the end of 590, which meant that we were super close to 600, so both changed, okay? So yes, she's right. Do you see how solving the problem first really helps me to get my thinking together? Because I'll tell you, when I first read that question, without doing the problem, I'm like, no, it's not going to change. When we're jumping around, we're usually just changing one thing. If we're counting by tens, the tens is changing. And then when I solved the problem and saw how close I was to 600, I'm like, oh, that was the trick on that one. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's get our brains back to easy, or back to something that's not quite as complicated. Here is a number line. Do you see this number line? Help me figure this out. It says skip count by 5s from 140. What are the next 5 numbers? They would like you to use this number line to help you. So if you've got a piece of paper or a whiteboard there with you, go ahead and just draw that. And then I'm going to do it over here on my side. Skip counting by 5s from 140. So my first number, if I'm skip counting by 5s, I'm going to start with the lowest number they gave me. And then all of my little hops are going to be a plus 5. Plus 5. Plus 5, 140. 145. I'm not going to talk anymore. Give you a minute. How did you do? Whoop. Here we go. So 140, 145, 150, 155, 160, 165. Did you see? Even I made a little mistake. I had to catch myself right there. This is why we use pencil. I'm using a marker because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. So my next 5 numbers would be, well, we just did that one. We don't need to talk about that. All right. Here's another thing. Oh. Let's look at this number grid again. It's going to be our last thing for today, and then off you go. I'm going to give you another little thing to do over on Seesaw. Jamal uses his number chart to skip count by tens. Shade, color in the next 3 numbers. Okay, so remember yesterday we talked about this? So when you're counting down in a number grid, if you go down 1 row in the same column, you're counting up by 10. So 63, 73, 83, 10 more would be 93, 10 more would be 103, 10 more would be 113. So if I were shading these in, oh, this is hard to do backwards. I would be shading those 3 boxes, those 3 boxes in. Okay, and it's so messy, but you know you can see what I'm doing, right? Ta-da! Ooh, so messy. All right, so that's what those next 3 would be. Okay, today, please go over to Seesaw. I'm going to put together another little job for you to do with some math equations. Not that many. I think that when you do your seesaw, can you also tell me, hey, Miss Dana, this is pretty easy, or hey, Miss Dana, I'm still tricky on this? Kind of give me your thumbs, but well, actually, you could take a picture of yourself. Miss Dana Math, and call it that. Got it? Almost. Ooh, Miss Dana, help, slow down. Okay, can I just kind of get an idea of where you're at? I've got this. This skip counting is easy. I'm almost there. I don't get it at all. So in Seesaw, you've got a job to do, and give me your thumbs, okay? And I will put both of those over there in Seesaw for you later. Oh, I also sent you all a number grid, so you should have that in your email box. Later, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.